Welcome to the Daily Senior Safety Advice Podcast, where we share simple, practical ways to help older adults stay safe, independent, and confident at home. I'm Esther Kane, a retired occupational therapist, a certified aging in place specialist, and a dementia care specialist. I'm also the author of The Stoic Caregiver, a 3 volume series for caregivers, available on Amazon and at thestoiccaregiver.com. For more tips and resources, visit seniorsafetyadvice.com. Now, let's get started. Today's episode is titled, Why Do My Siblings Fight About Mom's Care? The simple shift that brings families back together. This is a topic that has come up in almost every family I worked with over the years. And it had nothing to do with grab bars or walkers or medications. It was brothers and sisters. Caring for an aging parent brings families together, but it also brings up everything else: old roles, old feelings, old scorecards from childhood that nobody ever threw away. If you've ever hung up the phone with your brother and felt your chest tighten, you are not alone. This is one of the most common struggles in caregiving, and it's one of the least talked about. So let's talk about it today, gently, without blame. Now, here's something interesting. Most sibling conflict in caregiving is not really about the parent, it's about feeling unseen. The daughter who lives 10 minutes away feels like she's carrying everything. The son who lives 4 states away feels shut out and told what to do. Both of them are trying to help. Both of them feel unappreciated. And so they argue about the small things: the doctor's appointment, the checkbook, whether dad should still be driving. Once I started seeing it that way, so much made sense. Underneath the arguing, most siblings are saying the same thing: I love this person too, and I'm scared. Let me clear up a myth I heard often. The myth is that in a healthy family, everyone should pitch in equally. That sounds fair, but it almost never happens. And when families chase that idea of perfectly equal, they end up disappointed and resentful. Care is rarely equal. It's usually shaped by geography, by work schedules, by health, by who has young children at home. That's not unfairness. That's real life. A better goal is not equal. A better goal is clear. Everybody knows what they're doing, and everybody's part is honored. Another thing I've noticed over the years: families do much better when they stop talking in feelings and start talking in tasks. Here's what I mean. You never help is a feeling. It's true to the person saying it, but nobody can act on it. It just starts a fight. But someone needs to pick up her prescriptions on Thursdays. That's a task. That's something a person can say yes or no to. So, one of the most useful things a family can do is sit down and make a list. Write out everything that actually gets done in a week: groceries, meals, rides to appointments, laundry, bill paying, phone calls to the insurance company, yard work, just checking in. Most families are shocked when they see it written down. The person doing the caring is often shocked too. They finally see in black and white why they're so tired. And this is important. That list is not a weapon. It's not proof of who's failing. It's simply the picture of what this family's holding. Once everyone can see the picture, the conversation changes. From there, you divide it up by strengths, not by guilt. Some people are good with numbers. Let them handle bills, insurance, and paperwork. Some people are calm in a doctor's office. Let them handle medical appointments and notes. Some people live far away but have flexible time. They can make phone calls, research services, order supplies online, and handle scheduling. Distance doesn't mean you can't help, it just means you help differently. Now, I want to say something to the sibling doing most of the hands on care. You are allowed to ask for specific things, not hints, not size, specific asks. Can you call her every Tuesday evening? Can you cover the second weekend of each month? Can you take over the pharmacy? Most people want to help. They just don't know where to step in without stepping on toes. And to the sibling who lives far away, I want to say this: ask before you advise. When you visit for a weekend and see something concerning, that instinct comes from love. But the person who's there every day has context you don't have yet. Start with a question. What have you already tried? That one sentence has saved more family relationships than any care plan I've ever written. Here's a practical idea that helps more than almost anything else. Set a regular family check in. Once a month, same day, 15 or 20 minutes, a phone call or a video call, even if nothing is wrong. When families only talk during emergencies, every conversation carries fear in it. When they talk regularly, the hard subjects get easier. You're not ambushing each other anymore. You're just catching up. Keep it simple. What's changed since last time? What's coming up? What does each person need help with? And write it down somewhere everyone can see. A shared note on the phone, a shared calendar, even a notebook that stays at mom's house. Memory is not the problem. Assumption is the problem. Now let's talk about money because it causes more arguing than anything else. The advice I always gave was this: talk about money early and talk about it out loud. Who's paying for what? Whether the caregiving sibling is being compensated, what mom or dad's resources actually are. These conversations feel uncomfortable, but silence around money doesn't protect anyone. It just lets suspicion grow in the dark. And if it's too tangled to sort out yourselves, bring in a neutral person, an elder law attorney, a geriatric care manager, a social worker, a family mediator. A third party in the room changes the temperature of a conversation almost instantly. There's one more thing I want to mention, and it's the one families forget most often. Ask your parent what they want. I sat in so many meetings where four adult children debated their mother's life while she sat right there, quietly, not saying a word. She had opinions. Nobody asked. When a parent has a voice in the plan, they cooperate more. They feel respected instead of managed. And often the siblings stop arguing because the decision isn't theirs to win anymore. So here's what I'd like you to try this week. Just one small thing. Make the list. Write down everything that gets done in a week for your parent. Then send it to your siblings with a short note. Not an accusation. Just, here's what I'm seeing. Can we talk about it? That's it. One list, one honest sentence. You may be surprised at who steps forward. You're doing something hard and you're doing it out of love. Your family doesn't have to be perfect to take good care of someone. It just has to be honest. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. For more practical tips and resources, visit seniorsafetyadvice.com. And if you're looking for a professional to help your family, you'll find one at aginginplacedirectory.com. My book series, The Stoic Caregiver, is available in 3 volumes on Amazon and at thestoiccaregiver.com. Please subscribe to the podcast or our YouTube channel so you never miss an episode. Take good care of yourself. I'm Esther Kane, and I'll see you tomorrow.